Action up in double time. James analyzing every line. Paul's out of sync, but they don't care. Three minds tangled, but they're always there.
Hello and welcome to Seismic Cinema. Today on the roster is Colin, who
usually hasn't seen it.
Jamesy boy,
I've usually written an essay on it.
and me, who's usually watched shit in the wrong order. This week I'm hosting, so it's just going to be a absolute shit show as per usual. And this week we are doing The Cabin in the Woods from 2011. So a bit like the movie, you're probably expecting something serious, and it is going to turn into some absolute crazy nonsense.
Let's get this party started.
Oh, shit.
Boys, how we all doing? How has been keeping? It's been a wee while.
Yeah, mate, I'm alright. You know, it's been a long time coming, mate. It's Hacksaw Ridge, but good to see you again, buddy.
I know. It's I'm just hoping we can bring back that success. Colin, how you doing, buddy?
I'm fine. I'm just waiting on our overdue walk as well.
Oh, I try to be healthy and social again, so I would say go for wee walks and stuff. Well, that's by the by. Right, going to do some housekeeping, get out of the way, and then we can get on to the main review. So, obviously, we are Seismic Cinema. If you want to follow us, we're on everywhere. We're on X, where it is just a toxic cesspool of negativity. We're on Instagram, Threads, TikTok, Blue Sky, I think, and Facebook. We've got a wee community page, and if you follow us there already, drop us a wee like, drop us a wee comment. We sometimes post there and talk about the movies and stuff. So get engaging. What else we got? And also you can obviously watch our lovely mugs on YouTube. Listen to Spotify for creators, Good Pods, Apple Podcasts, Audible, and just basically anywhere you get a podcast. That's where we are. And also, just for the last wee bit of housekeeping, we are part of the Pod Pack Collective. And the wee ticker's gone, so I can't remember what they're called. So we are part of the Pod Pack Collective, which is just a group of like-minded podcasters, all about positivity, just sharing the good vibes and good content. So we've got Chat Tsunami, Howdy Beans podcast, Gaming Views. Casting Views is on a wee bit of hiatus, so Dan's doing Gaming Views. Two Girls, One Reusable Cup, and GameClubPod. So that is the housekeeping done and dusted. And
Can I give a wee shout out to the boys that went to script?
of course, I almost forgot that. Can you forget what's the script? The absolute legends of Chris and Craig. On you go, James.
Just a wee shout out to the muckers over at What's the Script. Their last episode was actually, what was it on? Can't actually remember now.
I was at the Vietnam one.
Casualties of War.
That's it.
Which I've not seen actually. But they did do a review on it. They did Hollow Man before that, which is a great film. So I watched that. So and I actually watched Hollow Man at the back of it today. Just to remind myself of it all. But I give them a wee like and a follow on all the socials that you've just mentioned there. But like ours first, then go and like theirs.
Quite right. Because Chris and Craig, funny guys, a lot funnier than us. Just saying. Sorry, I'm only kidding. Just dampening expectations.
We do have to up our game a little bit in the comedy content, Colin.
We have to up our game.
I think so,
Yeah.
aye.
That's why we brought Colin tonight.
I'm half tempted to chat GPT some jokes into this bad boy. Yeah.
I must admit, it's obviously goes with my name, but a lot of the films that What's the Script do nowadays I've not seen. So, but I'll make a commitment live on the air. I haven't listened to their Wolf of Wall Street one, so I'll give that a listen this week. That'll be my commitment to the piece.
Oh, I think I went to see that with you in the cinema, did I not? You and Neilfie?
Maybe. Can't remember if I've seen it in the cinema or not.
Aye.
I've
Cracking
seen it
movie.
many times in different versions. Paul, is the Pop Pack Collector still a thing? I'm well out of the game in terms of the socials.
Yes, I think, yeah. I wouldn't have said that whole spiel if it wasn't. You know what I mean? That'd be pretty silly of me, you know?
Yeah, I really hope somebody's. I don't know. I used to go on it daily and retweet and comment, but I just totally burnt out, and I just can't bring myself to go back.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna assume there is, and I'm gonna drop a trailer in probably right about now for someday. There we go. And if there isn't a trailer right there, it's probably because I forgot.
Welcome to my friendly game club, where everyone is welcome. The podcast where we share, we play, we run and sing. Well, we don't run, but we do sing.
Hey kids, are you looking for a new favourite fortnightly video game review podcast?
Then boy howdy have we got the show for you.
We take a different game every 2 weeks and we review them just like a book club.
You can find us on all good podcasting platforms.
And some of the sketchy ones too.
Simply search for the Game Club podcast and join the club today.
I just don't know how to get back into it now after when you're so committed to it every day for years and then you just stop. It's so hard to get back into it.
Well, you've got to do a Jack Shepherd from Lost, Colin.
Yes.
You've got to go back.
I know. Maybe I should. I don't know. Just time's a thing, isn't it? But anyway, moving on.
No worries. Also, is our names maybe on the screen?
It's because you've got the ticker up.
Oh, right.
Will
Okay.
will they
Show
come
how much I do this.
Get that ticker to fuck.
Be gone, ticker.
There you go.
It's back.
Oh.
What are you doing?
Oh, damn this Chromebook.
So it's Sereno.
Don't press it in. Right.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's it.
Anyway, I think after all that nonsense, we should get to the main review. So, The Cabin in the Woods. A bit like us, three good friends. This film is all about a bunch of good friends that go for a wee jaunt to a wee cabin, and then it all goes terribly, terribly wrong. So, guys, first of all, what did you think about the kind of cold opening to the movie? Did it make you think? No, basically, just what was your thoughts on it? Because obviously, I was watching this with Scarlett last night, and she was just like, "The fuck are we watching right now?" So James, why don't you go first? What did you think of the opening of the movie when in the laboratory?
I don't know. It kind of started off wasn't it like obviously a horror vibe at all, man. You know what I mean? It was kind of almost like a kind of comedy, kind of sketch show sort of kind of thing with the way they were kind of talking, interacting with one another. You got them in the wee buggy as well. I certainly didn't picture them being kind of, controlling the actual cabin itself. So I found it interesting in terms of that, because it's something you've never really seen before. It's almost kind of taking the piss a wee bit of horror films, isn't it? But it was interesting to see that, actually. It was different, and I quite liked it,
Yeah. Colin, what about you? What did you think of the opening when you first watched it?
Sorry for nipping away. One of my cats has morphed into one of your dogs and just meows at doors constantly, so I had to intercept.
Sorry, you get yourself in your space.
So by the intro, you're just meaning the scene in the kind of
In the lab, the kind of complex.
Lab, yeah.
It's just you see the two controllers.
I just didn't really understand. I just didn't really know what they're talking about. Like, it's really like out of context.
Yeah.
I suppose a lot of what they say is pretty out of context. So it wasn't that long. A scene. So I think I kind of just took it for what it was and wondered what they were talking about.
Yeah,
That's probably with
As when
Scarlet
you-
though, in terms of what am I? Don't every time you or what either of you two pick a film, I spend most of the time wondering what is this. I still haven't recovered from Demolition Man yet. So
Oh, see this movie. I was literally before we started recording. I was trying to tell my dad like the synopsis of it, basically, just a kind of long story short, and he was just like, "The fuck are you talking about?" It's like,
Paul, see,
um,
just on that, I looked
yes.
up the taglines. Is that something you looked up?
Let's pretend I did, but you say it.
No, it's just there's 9 listed here, and I don't know how many of them are genuine, but I thought I'd just pick like 3 and just share them just to see what you think.
Okay.
If an old man warns you not to go there, make fun of him. That surely can't be a legitimate one. What else?
I speakerphone?
If the basement door if the basement door swings open, go down there. This one's quite funny. I thought 5 friends go to a cabin in the woods. Bad things happen. Just so self-explanatory.
It's to the point. It's to the point.
Yeah.
Um,
So I don't know how genuine any of them are, but
yeah. For anyone that's not seen it, but obviously, if you're watching this, then you probably should have seen it, and it's like 15 years old. We're talking about Cabin in the Woods. It's the labs that's seen at the start. It's the old boy from Step Brothers, the dad, isn't it?
Aye.
Stepdad?
Aye, he's a dad, aye.
Yeah, and is it the guy who Get Out as well? The dad as well. The other controller.
you mentioned that to me, but I couldn't really remember what the dad looked like.
I think it's
Is it? I don't think it is.
I don't know. I thought it was. I could be wrong. I just assumed
Or
it
you
was.
could use your wizardry to put a link to our Get Out review in the corner of the video, you know?
I mean, if I could remember how to do that. You need to do that, not me. Anyway, aye. So you see them two just going through the lab, talking away, and it's like James was saying, totally out of context. You have no idea what's going on. You're like, I think you're basically thinking, am I watching the right movie here? And it cuts to our 5 friends. Chris Hemsworth, and I don't know the names of the other actors because I'm a silly Billy and I forgot to look. And I think Scarlett was looking up. She's like, "Is this when Chris Hemsworth wasn't famous? Like, why is he in this?" And I think it started shooting in like 2009 or something, just before Thor. And then
I think it was delayed, so I think it came
Yeah, it
out
was
after
delayed.
Thor, but it was filmed before.
Yeah,
I recognise one of the guys from a show that I don't watch, but Alien watches. Was the guy at Grey's
that
Anatomy,
chestnut.
isn't it? the scholars at Grey's Anatomy. There you go.
right. Okay.
Never seen that.
Yeah. And what did you think of the characters overall? Like the five friends. What about you, Colin? What do you think? Just first impressions and like overall, did you like them? Did you not like them?
It's kind of hard to tell, isn't it? Because you don't really know if you see the real version of them because their
very true.
minds are so addled. But I didn't think Chris Hemsworth. Again, it's hard to say, as I said, because you don't really know what they're normally like. But Chris Hemsworth's character was a bit weird, wasn't he? He was just like some of the comments he was making to Dana, like when they were doing the Truth or Dare game, and he was just quite cocky, wasn't he? Remember that scene when he jumps in the water and he's like, "Oh, it's a handsome man. The handsome man's drowning," or something like that.
Yeah. But I think that's what was that not what the guy, the stoner guy was saying? He was saying like he's never really seen him like that before, even when he's like drunk and stuff like that. I think that's just the stuff they're pumping in, the gas, the chemicals.
I couldn't really stand Jules. I thought she was quite irritating. The scholar was just a bit meh. He didn't really do that much. I liked the fool. I thought he was quite funny. He's probably the standout. And I thought Dana was okay. She was more just like the underdog, wasn't she? So the guys controlling the events are quite funny though. They're back and forth, and then a lot of the office antics were quite good.
Yeah, I would like just a movie of just like the controllers and seeing it from their point of view and stuff like that, and just how it all works. I think that'd be pretty cool. What about you, James? What did you think of the cast of characters?
I mean, I thought they were fine. I think like Colin, the Marty, the fool, he was the one that kind of stood out when you get introduced to them at the kind of college campus. It was kind of, it was Marty kind of drove up in his car into it, and he's obviously high, and you kind of see like a liability kind of thing. It just almost reminded me like the film Road Trip, kind of that kind of thing, and the kind of the banter between them all and all that sort of stuff. Do you know what I mean? Kurt, what's his name? That was Liam Hemsworth. No, Liam Hemsworth. What's his name? Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth.
Aye, Thor. I didn't really mind him. Obviously, he was getting that way because of the gas and the pheromones and all that sort of stuff into it that were kind of getting to him. Being the way he was, kind of. But I thought the cast were okay. I didn't really mind Jules. I didn't really like her or dislike her. Do you know what I mean that way? Aye.
Yeah, because even that, she was still affected by it because her hair dye had stuff in it, didn't it? That was causing her to go less cognitive, wasn't it? So she was getting just worse and worse and worse.
Aye, and it's like that happens, and you get Kurt becomes daft as well, doesn't he? He's his kind of in control and all that sort of stuff. Holden, he's kind of just bleh, isn't he? He was just kind of,
he wasn't very standout, was he?
No.
He's got a good catch.
Catch?
He catches the football. Remember when Thingy throws it out the window?
Yeah.
See, I thought you were talking about the two-way mirror bit there.
No.
a good switch.
No.
Yeah, he did.
He wasn't. He wasn't good against
the two-way mirror scene. And he's like, oh, I'm just being decent in that, like, yeah, you could switch rooms in that. Then it's like she's in the door 2 seconds, like taking his top off and all that, like, oh.
Is that what you would do if you and Scarlett were next door to each other?
Oh no, we need to put her through that.
The question I've got is why would he be next door to her?
He's in the bad books.
Oh, right, okay.
We're one of those couples.
The doghouse. That's why Paul's bought this extra flat.
just for those occasions. Aye. So obviously, Cabin in the Woods isn't a typical horror movie. It's got a few twists and turns. It's got a whole, like we're talking about levels, and this has got a top level, a sub level, and an even more sub level to it. But we're going to go to our favourite section. It is James and his foreshadowing. James, did you see any foreshadowing in this?
One bit that kind of jumped out at me was the picture on the wall before they took it off for the two-way mirror. It was like the sacrifice. So you can see that, and obviously the picture itself, the painting was actually quite kind of quite scary. Like what is that? What's going on there? But it's actually a sacrifice that's happening, which also led to what they were going through.
Mm-hmm. There's also in the credits as well.
I didn't expect a special mention of foreshadowing, mate, but I've delivered here, I hope.
Is it only James that's allowed to foreshadow?
No. This is, you can have a
guest spot.
I can't think of it. So there you go. Yes, Colin. What is your foreshadowing?
Well, it's a really obvious one, but obviously when they're going through the tunnel, you obviously see the bird like fly into the
shield, the barrier.
The shield, yeah, which foreshadows the athlete's demise later on. So I felt that was a wee bit of foreshadowing as well. See on their journey to the house or the cabin, there's one piece of like homage that I have to mention. I'm okay to
Don't
mention
say,
it now.
don't say it. Please don't say it. Harry Potter, Bridge.
No, it's not Harry Potter.
Is it Star Wars?
No, it's not Star Wars or Harry Potter. It's one of my favorite horror movies, actually. It was the scene where the car's driving on the windy road and it's the overhead shot. It's a Shining reference.
Shining, I was going to say The Shining. Aye. I'll let you leave with that one.
Whilst we're talking about kind of, obviously, this movie takes a lot of inspiration from a lot of different horror movies. Is there any ones that kind of jumped out at you guys? You've got any ones that are your favourites?
The Shining.
Call them The Shining. James,
Well,
any for you?
The Shining's not, that's the only part of The Shining, is the two girls as well
Blood.
and the lab later.
Blood as well. Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't say them all out, man, but obviously the most obvious one's obviously Evil Dead with the cabin itself.
In the basement.
In the basement, aye. We've got Hellraiser as well. And Pennywise from It as well with the clown. So that was like references that I wouldn't say them all. I've got them all here, but like you, Colin, going, or you Paul can jump in as well. Aye.
Was that meant to be
Cool.
Pennywise or just like another scary clown?
I think it's just maybe another scary clown, but it's like just like you recognise it because it's like probably like Pennywise.
Aye.
I've got a couple. The Ring, obviously, with the Japanese
Yeah.
version of the show, if you want to call it, which was also our third highest ranking video of all time. And I don't know if it was intentional, but you know that movie, Paul, I don't know if I saw this for you, I might have done, the Abigail one with the ballerina.
But I think this came out way before Abigail.
But can we
Yeah.
pretend it's like but can we pretend it's like a backward shadow or something?
A prediction.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like
I noticed the two girls from The Shining as well. They were in the wee cages, weren't they?
Yeah.
I think what you're saying, Colin, is about it's the Sugar Plum Fairy from Pan's Labyrinth.
Aye. But then there's also the movie Abigail, which came out in the last couple of years, which had the ballerina in it as well.
What else was that? I think I don't know where the scorpion thing is with the buzzsaw. I don't know where that came from. With the fucking buzzsaw tail. There was a like you know the ones with the white masks. Is that kind of like the strangers almost? The ones that have like it's like the Japanese masks and they come out and like set people on fire.
Oh
I don't know
yeah,
what you mean, yeah.
I don't know that one.
Yeah. I take it the bat is kind of like maybe like Dracula or something, maybe possibly, or like Man Bat from Batman. What else? It's fucking hundreds of them, aren't there? Like see that bit where all the elevators open? It's just like bloody hell. There's too much going on. I think.
Aye, there's the Alien Beast as well. It's linked to the Facehugger and Alien as well.
Where's that? I think I missed that one.
It's in the. It's in the
Is
shaft.
that the wee girl that turned around and she's got like the alien face? Is that
Is that not
one?
the ballerina?
No, when they're in the wee prison bits, there's a wee girl that turns
Aye.
around and she's got the face with the teeth.
The giant snakes from King Anaconda, King Cobra, but I was waiting on Colin coming out with it was the basilisk from Harry Potter.
I'm going to be coming to join you in a minute, Paul.
Madness in the Spark House.
This isn't a horror reference, but did you notice the security dead serious guy was called Truman? Which was
No, I
obviously
didn't see
a
that.
nod
Maybe the Truman Show.
A nod to the Truman Show with the videoing folk and manipulating people, that kind of thing.
Right, so
No, I
talk
didn't
about
see that.
movies. Right, what about your favourite scenes, boys? Colin, what was your favourite scene in the movie?
Favorite scene? I was kind of hoping we'd go through it all so I could remember what all the scenes were.
You just watched it before we came on the pod.
That's true.
I know, but as usual, I watched it in like 20 pieces. So trying to kind of get it all together.
I'll let you
I must
formulate your
admit,
thoughts.
I do like a good road trip movie. So I do always quite like the excitement of the journey and then the journey to the location itself.
So in this movie where it's got like loads of monsters, some like gods and conspiracies and all that, you like the bit where they're driving in the RV.
Yeah, that's my favorite part.
Right, James.
No, but
Hopefully
to be fair,
you have something a bit more substantial.
It had a lot of foreshadowing and it had some eerie music. So
Don't sugarcoat it.
The obvious one's obviously the kind of bloodbath scene we were just spoke about there. You know what I mean? It was kind of purge, letting them all out and kind of taking out all the SWAT team, or the well, SWAT team, but the actual kind of guards of the place, which obviously was
security.
quite terrifying. Security. What else was that? There was the bit where they go down of the plane truth there, didn't they? And then they go down to the basement and they see all these kind of dolls and all that sort of stuff, all the kind of artifacts, you want to call it that, that they have to basically choose the person that comes to. It's like bloody Ghostbusters, isn't it? They choose the
way they're going to get killed.
Aye. There's a word for it, but I can't remember the word for it. But aye, they meet their demise, and they've got Marty, who's like, I dare you all to go back up the stairs, and he's like, do not read that Latin, because he obviously knows something as bad's going to happen. Do you know what I mean? He's got the wits about him for that.
Where in these movies, it's usually the stoner that's doing the stupid shit, isn't it?
Aye, that's
the
true.
only voice of reason.
But we later kind of see that he's not really affected by the fumes or the pheromones and the gases, because obviously he's high as a kite, so he's immune to it all.
Aye. Did the doctor not say something like they missed one of his stashes or something? So he's been just because they'd put something in his pot to make him kind of do lally, and he hadn't been smoking that; he'd been smoking his normal stuff, so he wasn't really affected by everything or something. So he was all right.
Aye.
But it was just like that bit, like I think he was kind of affected though, because there's like voices, and he was like, "Go for a walk." He's like, I'm not doing anything I want. He's like, I'm going to go for a walk.
Something's talking to me right now. Aye.
The bit about the Pop-Tarts as well.
Oh, yeah. What was that again? What was she asking?
She was saying he kept saying like puppeteers or something.
Puppeteers.
And then he heard it as Pop-Tarts.
Pop-Tarts. Aye, because he said puppeteers, then she was like, "You're right, it's puppeteers." Like, Pop-Tarts? You got Pop-Tarts?
There was also the bit when he said he was going to go read a book with pictures or something?
Mm-hmm.
Was it
Nemo
or
this movie,
something?
I just like the kind of, I like to be like obviously we said it takes the piss out of horror movies, and I just the kind of these stupid things, like these subtle things, like there's a bit where Dana stabs the zombie like loads of times, and then I think they control it so it shocks her a wee bit, and she drops it, which is like in movies, like when the hero or something, or the final girl like drops her weapon that she's been using for no reason whatsoever and runs away. It's like, just keep it, use it, and it's just like that, things like that. It was quite a cool wee nod, and even like the gas when he's like, "Oh, we should all barricade the rooms and all stick together." And like, "Oh yeah, that's a good idea," and then he gets gassed and he's like, "Oh no, we should all split up." And Marty's like, no, we shouldn't. No.
That's right. He's like the.
It's just
the
like
voice of
the wee
reason,
tropes.
right? Yep.
Can I get my proper answer now?
Yes, sir, you can.
So it's not an individual scene, but as we're just discussing, I do like the bits where Marty's starting to. So it's like individual. It's like small moments across the film. I do like when Marty's starting to like piece things together. and like he's the only person in the movie who actually has a wee bit of an inkling about what's going on. So, do you know? See when he gets pulled away, and you think he died earlier in the film. There's a bit where you hear like stabbing. I'm assuming that was him stabbing the monster off screen.
It must have been that.
Because if he'd been stabbed again twice with the sounds that made, then you wouldn't have thought he would have survived. So I would have thought that was him.
Well, you never know with movies these days. Oh, back in the day.
Because that was
Have
another trope.
Have you seen the new
wasn't it?
Scream? Have you seen the new Scream movie?
No, I haven't seen it. No.
No. Well, stabbing does not cause death. I'll just tell you that right now. Lots of stabbing doesn't cause death.
There's your Star Wars reference, Paul. Ahsoka season 1.
The fuck are you talking about?
Don't ruin it for anyone.
Right. What was I talking about there before I went off on a wee tangent about Scream? Oh, you were talking about Marty getting stabbed.
Aye. Because that was another trope, wasn't it? The character you thought died comes back at the end to save the day.
Mm-hmm. But that was the thing. Weren't the people in the control like monitoring like their like vital signs and stuff all the time? So wouldn't they have realised they were still alive?
Well, I thought that as well, because whenever one of them died, it kind of cut down to the basement bit where the kind of the gods were, and the full athlete and all that kind of getting pumped with blood, wouldn't it? As if the earth was getting, the blood from the sacrifice, and his was getting pumped in. So obviously it's to make you think that he did die.
Yeah. But that was like because the controllers pull a big lever and that starts that thing going. So they obviously thought he died. But I thought I remember seeing something like a screen earlier where you could see like kind of like a wee kind of heart monitor thing where it like goes a wee beep, a wee like it goes along. It's like I can't remember what it's called. You know what I mean? Like a wee heart monitor. Yeah, like kind of like that. And it shows all the faces, and then it's got these ECG like monitors and stuff like that as well. It's like, well, if that's surely would have known he was still alive then.
I might have missed that bit. Another favourite scene for me, mate, is when they're doing the kind of the pool, the betting to who's going to know what monsters are going to get picked.
Yeah.
And they've got the big whiteboard, and it's got all the monsters there as well, man. Do you know what I mean? So you can look. I actually paused it. I'm sure you can get a screen grab it online, but it shows you all the monsters, and it's quite funny because the lassie who picked the zombies thought she'd won it, and he goes, "No, those kind of zombies, but they kind of zombies," and it's just that control room and those kind of controller guys added a bit of comic relief to it. Do you know what I mean? Almost kind of like serious kind of horror. Then on the other side of that, it's kind of laughy banter, especially a bit with it when they thought they'd won it, and then drinking the beers and all that, celebrating. Do you know what I mean? As if these people are died and they're celebrating. The sacrifice.
Did you get that screenshot, James? Did you get a screenshot?
No, I just paused it at the time, mate, when I watched it.
Do you want? I've got the names here. Do you want to hear what was on the board?
It's quite a lot, but I don't know.
I'll pick out the highlights. I'll pick out the funniest ones. There's witches, and then there's sexy witches. There's angry molesting tree.
I wouldn't like that.
There's dismemberment goblins. The unicorn, that was weird. Seeing a unicorn do that kind of crazy stuff. What was the other one? Zombie redneck torture family. That's the one you were talking about.
That's the one.
This is actually the funniest one. There's just a guy called Kevin, which I actually looked up.
Kevin?
I looked it up, and it says he was meant to be a sweet-looking guy who seemed like he might work at Best Buy until he dismembers people. Sounds a bit like Dexter, doesn't he?
Just a serial killer.
Like Parachute
so
Maiden,
Kevin,
like Psycho or something like that. Aye.
that's who Kevin was then. There's obviously
Right.
quite a few other ones as well, but those are just some of the ones I thought were the standouts.
Nice. See, we're talking about all those monsters that all got loose. Can we just recognise the fact? Why would you have a big, massive red button that says "Purge" that would let all the monsters out in the first place? Why
Yeah,
does that
no.
button exist? Apart from
So,
plot convenience,
Strange, isn't it?
I can't
But-
imagine. I can't imagine any time that button would ever need to be pressed
Well,
unless there's a fire alarm.
yeah. Right, guys, you need to make through this fire exit here, and the monsters going that way. No, Dana pressed obviously because she was obviously scared for her life. They were getting shot at. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Fuck it, just see what happens.
Yeah, I know, but why would that button ever have to exist in the first place? You know what I mean, like
for case of emergencies.
some.
Well, maybe I don't know. Maybe in case they, I don't know what the rules are in the ritual. But what if the time was running out and they had to release all the monsters to kill? You know, I don't know. Say the full or whatever. Do you know what I mean? And they
Save
had
the
to go-
world. Maybe.
Yeah, it's like Desmond and Lost, the kill switch. You know what I mean? You know, you know.
Was there any bits in the movie that you thought were a bit too daft,
How long you got?
James? No, but I mean,
Well,
this thing
I'll
is
go
like, come on, you go.
Don't know. I'll just kind of. It's hard to say, isn't it? Because it's not. Because I obviously went into it thinking it was just like a traditional horror movie about a bit like The Strangers, for example. But then it's nothing like that. So I suppose it's actually quite hard to pick out things that are particularly out there when the whole premise and makeup of the film is like that. But if I was forced to pick something, I'd maybe say like the revelation that it's these like, although they were foreshadowed, was the kind of almighty gods and how they were just absolutely massive as well. It's probably that. That's probably the bit then. Although I feel like it did get progressively weirder as it went on. Like you had like the zombies coming out the ground, which reminded me of the traitors. And then you had them going underground, seeing all the creatures, and then, as Paul says, it's got another layer. You've then got like the kind of almighty gods on top of that as well. So, yeah, I think it did. Just to quote Brick Tamland, it escalated quickly. No,
What about you, James? Was there anything
Rob
you
Burgundy,
thought you like?
not Brick Tamland.
Was there anything you thought you just kind of like took out of that a wee bit? We're just like, I wasn't quite sure about that.
Well, maybe a crime not to touch on the obsession with Merman. You know what I mean? They wanted the Merman to kind of appear, and then ironically, he gets killed by the Merman. It's kind of the running joke, isn't it, with the film?
The crawling joke.
It's quite funny. He's like, "Oh, you got to be kidding me." I suppose as well the kind of jump fail. You know what I mean? That was a bit stupid. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to take this bike and I'm going to jump across the chasm. You know what I mean? And then smash it into the force field. It kind of felt like a cartoonish, didn't it?
Let's on Looney Tunes.
It's kind of almost like what's it, Roadrunner and thingy.
Wiley
just
Coyote.
Coyote and Roadrunner, aye.
I just drank water there and it went down the wrong tube. That's why I muted it.
I think as well, mate, the werewolf at the end, which also a nod to Werewolf of London, kind of interrupting the big scene at the end. Tuner, because if that, I know she said she wouldn't have shot him, because Dana's at this point got the gun towards Marty, going to shoot him because she realised it's the end of the world that's going to happen here. And then the werewolf just kind of bites her and chews her up and all that sort of stuff. But I would like to have found out if she would have shot him. You know what I mean?
I think she would have. She had that look in her eyes.
Aye, I think so as well.
I was a bit. I wasn't sure about the ending. I was kind of like, it was like, oh, we'll just let the world end. Fuck it, because humanity is bad. And like, what age you meant to be? Like, it's still in like college and that. So through like their college years, they've just realised that they just thought humanity sucks. Just let the world end.
I felt they were quite selfish, mate, to be honest with you. Do you know what I mean? I think they should have realised shit was going down, man, and she should have just shot Marty and saved the world. Do you know what I mean?
Went knock at the cabin.
Yeah. I did like the aspect as well, though we touched on it yet, with the same kind of simulation happening across the world. One in Japan, there was one in Stockholm, and basically they all failed, apart from the Japanese. So basically, they were kind of counting on America actually, succeeding here.
But at the start, America were counting on Japan because they were like, oh, they always win.
Aye. And that's when you get the kind of close-up shot of the girl from the ring. That was a good take. That was quite interesting. That this is happening. This sacrifice is happening across the whole world. Do you know what I mean? And all they needed is one to succeed, really, for it to work. So the chances are pretty high.
Be interesting to know why the other ones failed, specifically.
Yeah, but it must be different for like each country though, because like obviously Japan was like a classroom full of schoolgirls, wasn't it?
So why would they fail as such? Is it just
because they got rid of the monster? Because like the monsters and the monsters in their scenarios were either destroyed or something happened to them.
I think they said the one in Japan said that the ghosts or something. I can't remember which one it was now. They turned to frogs or something like that. So the actual nightmares turned to frogs.
Is that not the Japanese one?
Or something?
I can't remember which one it was, mate.
Yeah, because he starts swearing at the TV, doesn't he? Saying how hard is it to kill them?
Which schoolgirls, aye.
Just swearing at a bunch of schoolgirls.
There was a bit.
Fuck you.
When I was looking up the trivia, see the one in, I think it was the one in Sweden, was meant to represent the Thing.
I was like, did I saying that? And
could have been, mate.
But I can't remember seeing the monster.
I didn't spot that. I just read it.
And was there not one that was like King Kong or something? There was one with a big monkey in it, like a
somewhere. Yeah. What did you make about the people who worked for this company? Were they like awful people for the things they were doing, or were they just like big believers in this, like fate or things they had to protect?
I mean,
because they just both.
I mean, if you're tasked to save the world, you know what I mean, then, and they've been doing it for years, so I don't know. I feel like they weren't bad. I mean, like somebody was it the women, the chemical department women said that it can get pretty heavy, so it's just a way of blowing off steam by doing the betting and stuff like that. So like I didn't mind it. Like I wasn't too affronted by it, if you know what I mean. It wasn't as if they were like pure bad bastards that were like taking pleasure and like going over the top and torturing them or whatever, like doing stuff like that. Like it wasn't. The only bit I thought was when they were a bit But what do you call it? A bit inhumane was inhumane was when they're all drinking, and in the background screen you can see Dana getting battered by the zombie on the pier, and nobody's really giving a fuck. They're all just celebrating. I think that was the only bit I was kind of like, maybe. What about you, James?
Well, as Paul said, if you're tasked with the job of saving the world, you would obviously do it. Do you know what I mean? You know, obviously the means that they're doing it in is obviously it's quite horrific. But the question I've got is, how come they've all bought into this, right? So somebody said to them, by the way, if this doesn't happen, the end of the world is going to happen. It's obviously not happened till this point in time. They've never came this close before. But so the people up there, how do they know that this is actually going to be the end of the world? You know what I mean? Obviously, whoever's came before now, with the zombies, the werewolves, whatever it may be, they've seen something happen. But how do they know it's not a simulation or a game? I don't know. Like,
I don't know. The only thing I could maybe think of would be like, because I think they said like, see all the monsters in it from like the ancient times when the gods were about or something. So maybe they used that to kind of convince people or something. Maybe I don't know.
I suppose they don't know it's going to be the end of the world for sure, right? So really, what they're doing is watching a killing match. Do you know what I mean? Last one standing type thing. That's what they're watching, and they're betting on it. So I can understand that they're obviously trying to make it a bit more kind of, I don't know what the right word is here to use, but they're obviously trying to take the mind off the horrific nature of it and putting bets on, and to make it more kind of, I don't know, entertaining for them from their point of view. I don't know, man. It's just interesting because you don't know if it's what they believe, or were they brainwashed. Like, that's another thing. I felt like maybe they were brainwashed to this. I don't know, but if they're seeing these monsters, like you say, Paul, and they all existed during the ancient times, then maybe for them that's enough for them to believe that this is going to happen.
Maybe they just get a pretty good paycheck.
Well, there's that as well.
Did you like the Did you like the intern guy and the way they made fun of the accountants and stuff?
He was very random. They didn't really do much, did they?
No, your dad wouldn't be that keen on that joke when they're making fun of the accountants.
What did they say again? I can't remember.
They were saying we might get it was something they might get a increased budget or something this year. It's like, have you asked the accountants? He's like, nah, I'm not going to bother. Just like they said, they wouldn't give them any increase. The betting pool reminded me a wee bit of something that would happen in like Scrubs or Brooklyn Nine-Nine in the office, like doing all these bets and stuff, you know.
Aye.
Yeah. Aye. Can I say that to Paul at the start? I think you went away at this point to do your cat. The whole kind of control room lab scene almost felt like kind of sitcom-ish. You know what I mean? And then you get the big cabin in the woods, kind of big red writing, as if like, it's getting scary type thing. Do you know what I mean? But aye, it did add the humour to it, which is, I think, what the director intended.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make a reference that James will hate.
Okay.
Careful.
The manipulation, the humour side and the manipulation reminded me a wee bit of the Hunger Games and how they controlled the events in the different zones and then impacted the other people.
Yeah, I can see that.
Aye, because they're all a bit like free. They're like, oh, it needs to be all their choice and that kind of stuff. But they're really just controlling everything, really, aren't they? It's just an illusion.
Hunger Games came out before this, so could have potentially been inspired by that aspect of the control from the control room.
Doubt it.
Oh, and do you want your Harry Potter reference, Colin?
What's that?
Sexy witches.
Bellatrix.
Don't say that. You'll be dreaming about Harry Potter tonight.
What do you mean tonight?
Well, that's true.
We'll be breaking down the new
every
TV
night.
show episode by episode.
By the way, one thing I forgot to say is when the zombies break down the door and just kind of throw the heat in to the cabin.
Aye.
That was good.
Oh yeah. There's plenty. There's
When
actually
she's,
plenty of good scenes in it. There's lots of good action in it as well for like one of these films. It's just a good mix, I think. I mean, it's just it's not like it's got to be horror elements, got to be action elements, got to be comedy elements. I think it's actually a good wee mix of a film.
Yeah.
What was I going to say there? Yeah. Back to. I'm just going to just a wee hypothetical. See if you're in that situation. What monster do you think you could survive from, and what monster would you least want to be chased by? What would you call? What would you go for, Colin?
What I could survive?
Yeah.
Oh. Right, what can I not survive from? That's probably an easier one first. I thought the guy who had the kind of orb. Don't know. He seemed quite chilled out. Like he kind of just stood there. So I'll put him as the one I could take. I'm still a bit freaked out by the unicorn, to be honest.
Of course, yeah.
See that scene when the unicorn just slams the horn into the guy and it impales him. So I'm gonna survive the guy with the orb and get run away from the unicorn. I was gonna say I'd just jump on the unicorn's back as a means of escape, but I don't know if that would work.
Just do your best Professor Quirrell impression.
I just got to say, you probably
there's
think
the
it's
Harry
a
Potter
hippogriff.
reference, unicorns.
You probably think it's a hippogriff.
No, there's unicorns in the first Harry Potter film, so
Okay.
they don't fare very well.
For me, Paul, the one I can get away with is the mailman, right? And
But I see. I think if you were to choose the merman, I think the controllers would tailor the scenario at the cabin so that you're near water.
Possibly.
So anything could happen.
Aye. Possibly. And the one probably I couldn't get away with. I don't know, mate. A big snake was taking people down left, right, and centre, mate, and it was fast as fuck and all, man. I don't know if I'd be able to outrun that thing. Although I think I'm a good snake tamer, so possibly, mate. The werewolf for the snake, mate.
Do you know, I think Pennywise wouldn't be that dangerous if there's no drains. Do you know what I mean? See if he's just out in the open. He's not.
It's just a guy with a knife, isn't he?
He's
just
not
a guy with a knife.
Like, he can't pull you into a drain or down a sink if he's not got that, you know.
Yeah, true.
What about you, Paul?
Let's see. I think the thing I could survive would be. I don't know, actually. Maybe there was a girl that was walking very slowly in the corridor for some reason or other. I feel like if she was walking that slowly all the time, I could just, skedaddle away. As long as she didn't do anything else, like I don't know what she was doing. And something I would definitely be deed by would be 99% of the rest of the stuff, but probably the big snake like you. But hopefully you'd be there doing your best mongoose impression and scare it away. So I'd say that either that or the scorpion thing with the buzzsaw tail. Like, what the fuck you meant to do with that?
Aye.
Get your screwdriver out, take it apart.
Watch that scene again because there was so much happening in that scene, mate, that you blink and you miss it. You know what I mean?
You see it coming to the elevator, and I think the first time, and then there's a bit where it's like running downstairs or something, and it's just like, what even is that? Or the ghost. The ghost one was pretty, but he seemed pretty just sad more than murderous.
Yeah, you just seen kind of the white flashes and all that sort of stuff, didn't you?
Yeah. But I don't know. Anyway, is there any more scenes you want to talk about, guys? Is there anything that's in the back of your brains that you want to just bring up before we come to the final ratings?
I don't know if it was intentional, mate, but obviously the Virgin's name was called Dana, and Sigourney Weaver was in this film. And then it was Dana Barrett, Ghostbusters. I don't know if that was a link to that as well. You know what I mean? Potentially.
Interesting.
Well, you wonder that.
Yeah. What did you think? Is Sigourney Weaver just kind of turn up at the blue at the very, very end?
She did the same in Paul as well. The film Paul. When she was trying to get obviously Paul back to the kind of the headquarters, whatever, and kill him.
He stole my bit. That's what I was about to say.
Oh, were you?
I was leading that one up there.
Oh, sorry, mate. Bastard. It's just kind of nothing bit really into it. A paycheck for just a few lines, really.
Aye, true. What have you, Colin? You got any final thoughts?
There's just more of the tropes, isn't there? Like when the big bad just gets killed in like a kind of comical way, like falling down a shaft, and then it's just other bits and pieces, isn't there? Like people going out into the woods, they're obviously going to die. The people back at the cabin not knowing anything bad's happened yet, and they're still just partying. And the bit where there's like a knock at the door, that's another big trope as well, isn't it? I just liked Marty. I just thought it was funny. Like you know the bit at the start where he's got his bong, but then it just he turns it into like a coffee cup.
Flask.
Flask guy.
And he makes a comment about the drivers. He's like, people driving in an inhumane fashion here or something like that.
He also uses a weapon, didn't he, as well, when he's fighting zombies? Like a lightsaber.
He's actually pretty capable. I mean, he took down a zombie. He dismembered a zombie.
Oh, the bit as well when the lift was on the arm.
What did you say, James?
I say the bit in the lift as well when he goes up, and the zombie arm gets the guy gun. Goes, thank you, zombie arm.
Is that meant to be like the handout, like the Addams Family? No,
it was an arm, wasn't
it? Did you notice what the hand did though when the doors were closing? It just started like caressing the guy's face.
Yes, aye. The big hand at the end as well.
Aye, yeah. I didn't like that.
Yeah, I know. It was a bit off, isn't it?
Yeah. Spoiled the end for me. Right, shall we get to our final ratings, boys? Who wants to go first? James, you want to go first for your final ratings and thoughts on the matter?
I don't know about the final thoughts, mate. I think I like the idea of the whole kind of referencing kind of horror flicks from before and all that sort of stuff. It was good that way. I think it's a film I wouldn't watch again. Obviously, I've seen it before. I watched it again for the pod, but it was not one I would go back and watch, even at like Halloween or anything like that. My score is 6 out of 10. And I just don't think usually I love horror films, mate, don't get me wrong, but the references to the horror films isn't enough for me. I just wanted more for it in terms of, I know it's probably that was what he was trying to do. I do like the kind of comedy and the horror kind of combined as well. It was good, but it's not quite a 7 for me, mate. I'll go back and watch it all the time. You know what I mean? So it's a 6 out of 10 for me.
Fair dues, man. Fair dues. Colin?
I feel like bits of it, but I understand what James was saying. Like, see if you compare it to other films that have done, like, what's the phrase?
Parody horror.
Homages.
Okay, parodies. Like, if you compare it to Shaun of the Dead, for example, like, it's not a patch on that. I felt like, I don't know, I didn't find it funny enough on the whole or scary, whereas other similar ones that have tried to do similar things have been scarier. So I'm going to give it probably a 4 out of 5.
I love
Which
Tom
isn't
Scola,
fun.
man.
I'm so glad I
Which
picked this
isn't-
fucking movie. Fuck.
which wasn't far. Which it's not that kind of film though. Like recent ones we've looked at is like Hacksaw Ridge and Nuremberg. Like it's a totally different type of film. Do you know what I mean? I just aside from Marty, I just didn't find it particularly funny. I wouldn't say, and maybe just not quite knowing what to expect from it going into it. Maybe had an impact as well. Just so you don't feel too upset, we'll go for a 5.
No, Colin, tell me how you really feel. Fucking...
What's your Full
What's
Metal
your
Jacket?
score?
4 out of 10.
Oh, that film was.
Did you give Full Metal Jacket a 4 out of 10?
Aye, mate.
I didn't
Oh,
really
now
know
I
that.
remember why I don't fucking come back on this. Jesus Christ.
No, but we've done other war films like Saving Private Ryan, Hacksaw Ridge that I've really enjoyed. So
Anyway, sorry, Paul. What's your score?
I don't know, man. I'm just too despondent now to even give a rating.
James
Fucking
gave it
4 out of
6.
10.
Why am I getting all the heat?
Because 6 is at least kind of positive. 4 is it's utter dog shit.
5. then.
Four's like fucking
What?
Last Jedi territory.
Watch. Leave Last Jedi alone. Watch Paul give this a 4.
I'm going to give it 11 out of 10 because it's fantastic. No, I would give it. I don't know. I'd say about 7.5. Like it's like it's not breaking
You
any
didn't give it that
barriers,
high a
man.
score.
What?
You didn't even give it that high a score.
I mean, I wouldn't get a 4. You know what I mean, I'd like. I enjoy it. I think it's just a good kind of wee mix of like action, slight comedy, a wee bit of horror mixed in. To be honest, I feel like it just kind of takes the piss out of horror movies more, but it's not like slap in the face like Scary Movie kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just
give
the wee
it a
kind of
5.
nods. I like the wee nods to the other horror movies and stuff. I quite like the characters, just the way that they were with each other, and I liked the kind of contrast between the up top kind of cabin and the security, not security, the control
Control,
complex below.
yeah.
I just like kind of switching back and forward, and just the kind of the characters, the way they were with each other, and then the way the monsters, like, see when there's like a bloodbath with people like shooting and explosions and everything. Oh, that's my jam. So 7.5. I would have gave it an 8, but fucking everybody else depressed me, so I put it at 7.5.
We don't do
For the
0.5s
record,
in the podcast. So
Oh, doing
we round
that.
up to 8. We round up
All
to
right,
an 8.
9 then.
I'm kidding.
For the record, I give it a 5. Okay.
Or did I guilt you into a 5? Right, boys, after that shambles of a ratings, it is back to the good old classic. What have we been watching? Who wants to go first? Any preference?
Let Colin go first.
Happy to go first.
Right, Colin, you shitbag. What's your what are you watching?
I've got a few. I'm I'm kind of sticking to having one main show and then a few things that I'm watching that are coming out weekly. So I messaged you yesterday about the new Star Wars show that came out, the Darth Maul show.
Mhm.
So I watched the first couple episodes of that last night, but I want to rewatch them tonight because I wasn't paying full attention because the kids were still up. So I'll watch that tomorrow. I'm watching a hat trick of was it Bill Lawrence shows. So I'm sure that's his name. It's not Tom Lawrence, so it's Bill Lawrence.
Scrubs and all that.
Yeah, so I'm watching the Scrubs Renaissance on a Thursday. Shrinking season 3's got one episode left, which comes out tomorrow. Quite a small show. And there's another show by him. He's on fire at the moment because he did Ted Lasso as well. Rooster, Steve Carell. It's on Now TV, HBO Max. That comes out on a Monday. So I've been watching those three. Quite interesting actually because Zach Braff, don't know if you know, but he directed quite a lot of Ted Lasso.
Did he?
And there's a lot of crossover between Scrubs, Shrinking, Rooster, and Ted Lasso in terms of the actors and the guy that plays Roy Kent in Ted Lasso is in Shrinking as well. Krista Miller that plays Dr. Cox's wife in Scrubs, she's in Shrinking. And then the guy that plays Jamie Tart in Ted Lasso, he's in Rooster. So it's like the Bill Lawrence verse. I've came up with the term. Hopefully I've made that up. But it's nice. They've all got quite similar kind of themes, I suppose, and really good soundtracks as well. And the headline news this week, as I've mentioned to you, is that I've finally finished the main run of Dexter. It's only taken me like a year, but I finished season 8. Was it last night? Must have been last night. And I messaged you saying I'm not okay. I'm assuming you can probably remember which part of the last episode I'm referring to.
Yeah, I think I just laughed at it.
Yeah. I was walking the dogs. I just burst out laughing.
Well, I'm just going to say now, there's spoilers for Dexter in the next minute. So yeah, obviously there was Deb's death at the end of it. And I've started watching New Blood now.
Okay.
I debated waiting, but I was like, I might as well just watch them while the original runs free in my head, because it must be quite unique compared to you guys that I've literally finished Dexter season 8 and went right on to New Blood straight afterwards.
Yeah, because I think when season 8 finished, we were just like, man, that was shit. What the fuck?
His hair is weird in New Blood. It takes a bit of getting used to.
That's right, aye.
But Deb's alive.
Other things.
Deb's alive, eh?
No, Debs became like what his dad was in terms of like the person he talks to when he's all alone.
Jedi Ghost.
Yeah. So what I'm going to watch. So do I watch the New Blood? Do you watch Original Sin and then Resurrection? Or
no, they're not linked. Resurrection is linked to New Blood.
Should I watch New Blood, Resurrection, then Original Sin?
Or could I? Original Sin's not getting picked off a second season.
It's a prequel, isn't it?
Yeah, you could probably watch Original Sin after Resurrection.
Aye.
Mm-hmm. Is it worth watching the three of them?
Yeah. It's all good. It's
yeah.
I like just
that.
A question: is there recurring characters from don't say who they are, but are there recurring characters from the original run in like New Blood and Resurrection?
Yes.
LaGuerta.
Do you know someone I'm glad really made it to the end of? There's two people I'm glad survived the 8 seasons. Angel and Vince. I was always hoping nothing would happen to them in the original run.
Yeah.
Yep. Survivors.
Who else did you like?
Well, there's not that many people left at this point.
Yeah.
Harrison's a nice wee boy. I'm assuming
Is
he'll turn into a serial killer further down the line, but
Who was
we'll
the
see.
what was the name of the blonde love interest again in it?
Hannah? No.
Hannah, yeah.
Hannah,
Hannah.
I found that a
She
bit
was the
rubbish.
botanist, wasn't she? The botanist.
Yeah, I was still always a Rita fan.
Aye.
Sorry about
Yeah.
He seemed to forget about Rita a bit too easily, in my opinion. Like saying Hannah was the first one he loved. Of course, he loved Rita. Don't talk nonsense.
Just Bath's and South are not going to be the same again, really, are they?
I can't go for Bass anymore. We should do a full series discussion at some point. That'd be quite interesting.
How long that'll take, though? We can't do
Well,
that.
we
innit?
don't need to touch on absolutely everything. We could just have like an hour-long discussion around Dexter as a whole.
You could, yeah. Once you've done all the series, we could just do the whole thing and just be like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
how's it go?
Like a box set.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Thanks.
James, what have you been watching?
Well, I've watched Cabin in the Woods, obviously. I watched the 2 seasons, actually, because I didn't realise the first season was out bizarrely. I don't think it got publicised quite well, but it's the last one laughing on Amazon Prime. Jimmy Carr hosts it. Brilliant TV. Honestly, so funny. So I finished those 2 seasons. I watched Mercy, the new film with Chris Pratt and Rebecca Ferguson. Brilliant. Go and watch it. That's what I'm going to say. I feel like Minority Report, kind of similarities with that. I am watching Daredevil season 1 Rebirth. So I'm on episode up to the last episode of that one before season 2. So I on that, and I'm still making my way through ER as well. Actually, I think I'm on season 5 of that now. So I just I'm beasting her quite a lot now, mate. Just because obviously being off on holiday and that.
Very nice.
Yeah, I'm going to try and watch the rest of the Dexter shows while I'm off, and then I can move on to something new after that.
Yeah. What about you, Paul? What's been happening?
Not a lot. Watched Cabin in the Woods. Watched Scream
Knock at the
7 in the
Cabin.
cinema. Scream 7 not too long ago. Started watching this TV series called Parasite the Grey. It's like a Japanese. I think it's based off like an anime or something like that. It's actually alright. It's pretty good action in it. I liked it.
Oh, is that the film? Aye.
It's a TV series. It's a limited series.
All right. There's a film called Parasite as well. Won an Oscar a couple of years back.
Oh, it's not that. It's nothing like that. It's nothing like that. It's supposed to do with aliens.
All right. But that's a really good film, mate. Parasite.
I've not seen that.
That's a really good
That's what
film.
I'm
Mate.
watching. I watched a movie called The Mortuary Assistant, which was absolute pish. Going, I know. We should do that. No.
You
did
still
watch
watching
that.
Suits, Paul, when you're having dinner?
Nah, I stopped watching that now. Start watching The Middle with Deb from Everybody Loves Raymond and the Janny from Scrubs. He's in it. He's the dad.
Yeah.
So I started watching that. I don't know. I've been watching hundreds of just nonsense. Started watching Cyberpunk Edge Runners. It's like a animated show based on like a video game that I play, and I've seen it before, but I started watching it a wee bit again. But nothing crazy, But so we've been watching. Oh, and that Laugh Out Loud. I watched that, same as James.
Last one,
Are you
like
going to watch the Scrubs reboot? Either of you?
I'll wait till it's all finished, mate, and I'll watch it.
There's only I think there's maybe like 2 or 3 episodes left to come out.
See, I'm always scared to watch reboots because I'm like,
It's decent though. I've
Is
watched
it?
it,
Okay.
so yeah, it's worth watching.
yeah. I still like when they try and like rehash things and try and like, try and do the same jokes again, but with like for like nostalgia purposes, that doesn't quite come off.
Aye.
I think it's a good mix of kind of modern society and like the old humor.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh, I've been watching The Hunting Party as well. That's good.
What's that?
It's like a top secret prison in America, and it blows up, and like a lot of the inmates escape, but like it's all these like serial killers and stuff that have been like executed, but they've been actually been put in this pit for like experimentation and stuff like that to like see how they tick, like serial killers and stuff, and like loads of them escape during this explosion, and this is just like a task force trying to hunt them all down through the country after they escape. So it's pretty good.
I've
Lot
just
of-
got a wee
lot of good
question
actors
for
in
you before we wrap up.
I've just on to add as well. Mate. Sorry for you asked the question. I watched the Shelter, Jason Statham film.
Oh, aye. How was
Brilliant,
that?
man. Brilliant, mate.
Is it?
Aye. Starts off quite slow, but I thought it really, really good, mate. Aye.
See, I've been quite hesitant to watch that because the last few Jason Statham films I've watched have all been quite samey. It's just like he's an ordinary guy that used to be like
Aye.
ex-special forces.
Aye, it's supposed to say thing, mate. Aye, he's
Oh,
got some
bastard.
military background. Aye, so aye, it's I enjoyed it, mate. Better than I thought it would be, to be honest with you. I was sceptical, but I enjoyed it.
Good. I might give it a bash then at some point.
Sweet.
Right. What about next week, Colin? What have you picked for next week's choice? Do we do that in this show anymore? Do we preview it?
Yeah, I've got it. If we have it, yeah. Just before we do that, this just randomly came into my head. But is there any shows that you've stopped watching, not because you didn't like it, but just maybe the new season came out and you didn't get around to watching it? Is there any shows you've never finished that you wish you had and planned to one day, but might never do? Is there anything that just like stands out to you? Just like you've never quite finished it, but there wasn't really a reason why?
How I Met Your Mother, because I have to give your DVDs back.
It's on Disney Plus, so
I don't
that's
Disney
an easy
Plus.
fix. Anything that comes to mind?
Well,
I've got a few. I do it all the time.
Walking Dead, I just fucking gave up on because it got push.
That's kind of different though. I mean, ones that you were like enjoying, but you just never watched like the next season, or you never finished it because you moved on to something else or anything like that.
Well, see, like James was talking about Daredevil.
Aye,
Like I would.
I was
get back to
the
that
same
again.
with Daredevil. I watched season 1 and didn't watch season 2 of the original run.
well, I love Daredevil, and I just didn't get around to watching season 1, the new season. This is me just watching it now, so I suppose
I
that
should watch.
sense.
I should watch Daredevil when I finish Dexter. That could be one.
I would watch Daredevil, and I'd watch the rest of the other ones as well, like Punisher and all that.
Yeah. The one for me was Cobra Kai. I've not watched the last season yet.
Aye, me as well, mate. I thought around to watching that.
Yeah, it came out so late on that I've just Invincible's another one, Paul. I really enjoyed
Fucking
season
love
1 and I've never watched any more.
Wait, what day is it? Oh, new episode's out tomorrow.
I know,
Good.
but I feel like I'm at a point now where I can't get back into it. I
You can
probably
always get
could.
back into it.
Probably could. And The Boys was a different story. I just got grossed out by some of that.
It's a great TV show.
Nah, The Gills was my tipping point.
The last season comes out in like a few days, hasn't it?
Nah.
In a
Is
couple
it?
weeks or something, or next week or something.
I watched the
I'm sure it comes out.
last season then, and then
The
watch the
Boys
new
is not
season.
for me. Nah, the main one for me was Cobra Kai. But I think Daredevil also fits into that equation for me as well. That I did enjoy it, but I just never continued with it.
Colin, just hear me out. The Boys,
Nah, I'm not doing it. Paul.
Herogasm, go for it. Just
I'm
watch
not
it.
doing it. James, you like this one? I've actually considered maybe watching The Sopranos.
Oh, brilliant, mate.
It's either that or Daredevil after Dexter. What are you voting for?
I said Daredevil's least, screen time for you, mate. The Sopranos starts off about maybe 6 or 7 episodes, and then it goes to like 18, 19. per season.
Mhm.
I'm sure 6 seasons of it. And it needs your full attention, mate, as well. You can't be on your phone. You need to watch every single bit of it because it's like that. It's
I'm usually
like I said, I
watching
already watched The
but,
Sopranos recently there, mate, and it's moved back up my list in terms of TV rankings, man. Moved back up my list.
I really wish one of you guys would watch Shrinking, though. I know I've probably put you off it, but I keep mentioning it, but it is so good, you should watch it.
Right, Colin, what's your film? What are you picking?
So this is a film I watched a wee while ago now, maybe like 6 months. I think it maybe during like last summer, possibly. And I really enjoyed it. And I actually mentioned it on one of the podcasts around about the time. So the film I've picked is a movie called Speak No Evil.
Oh, you did mention that.
It's James McAvoy. It's a kind of horror. It's like a kind of psychological horror sort of idea.
Yeah, I've not seen it.
Oh, I have seen that.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I'd be interested to.
2 out of 10.
I'd like to. I'd like to rewatch it, and it'd also be interesting to hear your guys' thoughts on it. So speak no evil is the one I'm picking. The one I picked. Yeah, we'll see.
Cool. We'll go and watch that then.
Is there anything else I've missed out on my awful, all over the place, shitty hosting duties?
Don't be too hard on yourself, mate. It was a good performance.
I'd give you a 4 out of 10.
You dirty bastard. Anyway, so should we just wrap up then? So obviously, yeah, we've been Seismic Cinema. Colin?
I hadn't seen it, and I have seen it.
I'm James. I put a message on it.
Yeah, but my tagline has to. My tagline does have to change.
It does.
Once I've watched it, it has to change, you know.
We'll scrap it for the next season. We'll get it all updated and all that, you know. So yeah, as always, do that wee like, subscribe, and all that nonsense on YouTube and stuff. Give us a wee comment. Let us know what you thought. If you thought Colin's 4 out of 10 was an absolute shambles like me, give him abuse. I fully condone online abuse for Colin. Jokes. That's never good. And also, yeah, find us on all platforms. You can listen to his watches. And yeah, that's us. Thank you for watching. And stay safe out there.